Hello everyone. So it was a big night of drone strikes hitting Russia last night, with multiple targets hit by Ukraine. Now firstly, I'm going to play some videos from Feodosia oil depot, which was visited by Ukrainian drones. I'll play the videos now, and then I'll have a look at the location and that sort of thing.
Ёбаный в рот. Что это происходит, нахуй? Суета. Бля, там что-то нихуйно так горит.
So, on these videos, you can see Feodosia was hit hard by multiple drones, causing a pretty sizable fire at the depot. A Google Map view of the depot is on screen now, so this wasn't a refinery. This was targeting Russia's fuel storage in Crimea. The Feodosia depot has been attacked before, I believe destroying 2 or 3 oil tanks. At the moment, we don't know the damage caused by this strike here, but the fire looks quite sizable, so it could be seeing multiple destroyed again. Crimea is being hit quite hard by the fuel shortage thanks to Ukraine strikes, so this is definitely going to add to the troubles in the region. And this is here zoomed out to the eastern part of Crimea. There are also reports from Crimea of an attack at Saki airbase. This telegram post by Crimean Wind reported on explosions heard near the base, some determined to be from air defence launchers and the sound of automatic fire. I'm going to play a video which I have from here. So, this didn't show us much, just the sound of air defence trying to intercept drones. Considering we don't have videos or photos of any hits at the airbase, I am inclined to think that this one failed, but we do need to wait for more information to be certain. Now, we're going to switch to Belgorod. This first video is difficult to see because it's been pixelated like a Japanese beaver, but it shows an explosion at a thermal power plant in Belgorod. I believe this here is the power plant that was hit. Belgorod is only about 40 kilometers from the border with Ukraine, and Ukraine has hit it in the past with MLRS systems. So this could potentially be something like HIMARS or another MLRS, rather than drones here. We can't be certain because of the poor video quality. We do know power was knocked out though, because of this video playing now shared in the aftermath, showing all of the lights out as the cars move along the road. I'm not sure how long the damage will take here to repair. Before we check our next strike out, here's a report from Belgorod giving a bit more context, which reads, residents of Belgorod are reporting power and water outages. Authorities previously warned of a missile threat throughout the region. Presumably that means the air raid car alarms and barking dogs tipped them off. Local residents said that after several explosions, power flickered and went out completely in southern and central Belgorod. Water outages are also reported in some areas of the city. Update. In Belgorod and the Belgorod district, there is damage to the power grid as a result of Ukrainian drones, and emergency crews have now arrived. Belgorod hospitals have switched to backup power, Governor Gladkov announced. So, Governor Gladkov, it seems, didn't trot out the old debris excuse this time. Maybe he's realised that after months of using that, those excuses don't fly anymore. Just like Russia's AWACS aircraft, really. Now, we're going to move on to Klintsy and Bryansk. This short video here shows at least one, likely more fires burning at the Klintsy thermal power plant in Bryansk after it was hit by Ukraine. I have a few videos from here, which I'm going to play with original sound.
Ну нахуй. Оно не видно нихуя все равно.
Куда наши нахуй смотрят, я не пойму.
Пизда. Оба курить вышли, блядь.
So, no air alarm sounding prior to the strike. This one caught Russia with its kegs down, and they had to use old reliable, the air raid car alarms, to sound the alarm after this one. And as this photo shows, the thermal power plant is now looking very thermal indeed. Incidentally, A pair of thermals is what Russians are going to need this winter to keep their two bob bits warm, with Ukraine taking out the oil refineries and power plants like this. The geolocation was done by Blinsk on Twitter and puts it at the area of the storage tanks outside the plant, so not the plant structure itself. This suggests to me that drones were used rather than missiles, as drones wouldn't really have a penetration to cause much damage to the plant itself. So instead, Ukraine perhaps used the drones to hit the fuel storage. So I guess we can chalk this one up to Ukraine's branch of just stop oil again. So another successful strike here. Here it is zoomed out, shows the location overall. Final video for you from the Sverdlov chemical plant in Dzerzhinsk, which was also attacked. This video shows a rare interception of a drone by Russia, a fire burning at the site of the plant after a successful impact, and also some commentary about the Russian version of the Chuckle Brothers.
Он здесь.
Он здесь?
Он вот над этим домами. Вот он.
Охуеть.
Он над нами, ебать. Вот он, ебать.
Он на северном идет, да?
Да, в натуре.
Да ну нахуй.
Сейчас, может, ПВшка сработает. Походу. Он, ебать, над нами пролетел. Охуеть. Сбили?
Нет.
Ракета, блядь. Я охуел, блядь, прям это. Они прям на нас пришли. Да нахер летают из-за воды.
So as we saw here, the air raid car alarms were again on duty. We also saw a successful interception of a drone. Russia must have mistook it for an airliner, and a fire burning at the plant, so it looks like at least one drone did make it through. This is a massive place as seen here. The Sverdlov plant not only makes chemicals for explosives, but also is as on the site, the Crystal Research Institute, which is one of Russia's major explosives factories. So it is an important target and is why this place has its own dedicated air defence. Also nearby is this, the Ukrainian arsenal, which will also have its own dedicated air defence systems, and is a place you have to think is in Ukraine's scrapbook as a future target. And here, just over 800 kilometres to the border, so that arsenal nearby could well be on the migration route for Flamingo at some point in the future. Here's a graphic put together by the Telegram page Drone Bomber, tracking the swarm. Some of these will be decoy raids and decoy drones, basically to soak up air defence and as diversions and that sort of thing. But some of them will be successful attacks and some of them will be actual drones but which were not successful. You can see that the bulk of these went to Crimea and to Krasnodar in the south, and north of Ukraine, Bryansk and Kursk. The other locations we don't have videos or info from yet, so perhaps those attacks failed, or this graphic is just not entirely correct. But quite a few of the strikes, as we saw in the videos, were successful. Now, that's it for this video, but before we finish, Leonid, who we did a short fundraiser for the other week, has messaged me to say that the car has been repaired, and the photos are on screen now. Leonid, if you remember, is a volunteer whose group goes near the front lines to evacuate civilians, and his car got damaged by the Russians around the windscreen, which has now been fully replaced. He says big thanks to everybody who donated and also shared a video of his group at work, which I'm going to play in a moment. Thanks for watching and take care everybody.
Эвакуация! О, Боже.
Это шутка.
Я Леонид. Все, давайте. Поїхали з нами. Я вас дуже прошу, поїхали. Поїхали. Нам треба йти, дівчата. Тут не проїхати, тут все перебито у вас з дороги. Поїхали з нами, дівчата. Пожалуйста, умоляю, щоб ми потім не заїжджали сюди.
Багато вещей не можна вже робити.
Давайте, скільки чоловік ось тут?
Четверо едут, Света.
Четверо їде, так? Да?
Четверо.
Да, хорошо. Поїхали з нами. Поїхали, шановні. Ми вам хороше місце предоставимо.
А потом, кто
Шо?
меня кормить будет?
Я вам... Ну, у вас пенсія ж є.
Нет у меня пенсии, ни денег.
Ну, є